A poem, the source of which I have lost in the mists of my own memory. The years go around and season faithfully follows season. The boughs that bend to breaking in the winter wind will fill with sap once more and burst into young, fresh green. They bend low a second time in summer with full leaf and blossomed, and then autumn will glow red and fiery until each dying leaf makes a scarlet carpet to soften the footsteps of winter once again. So life and death are part of the unending rhythm of creation, renewal, and love. And we are content to be part of that wonderful and continuing mystery. There are two ways that we experience time, to be held paradoxically together. Time as cyclical and time as linear. As human beings, we enjoy traditions which give life meaning and significance. Those events and seasons which come round year after year serve to connect us to the memories of people and places we hold dear. Never more so than during the fall and winter seasons. On the other hand, time is experienced as moving through events which have beginnings, continuations, and completions. And we human beings set goals, use calendars, chart to-do lists, because we hew to the idea that time marches inexorably to a future point. We find it satisfying to arrive at a destination at the end of days and weeks and years. There we can say that we are further toward the idea originally conceived of a better future than the past would ever have dreamed possible. Both experiences of time, cyclical and linear, are valuable to us. Yet when we are experiencing the absence of one person, or perhaps several people who have been key to defining our sense of self-identity, cyclical time can feel like a burden to be borne, a looming weight to be carried. Such is it especially so at this season of increasing numbers of longer, darker days. It can seem quite unfair to us who are experiencing the drumbeat of loss that we are required to relive it during this bewildering mixture of a holiday season at the completion of a calendar year. Coming together tonight, we are together embracing the fact of both kinds of time. That which goes through cycles, and that which moves toward a hope and a future. By remembering the ones who have been, still are, and always will be a part of us, we are saying that it is good to again give thanks for their presence. For they have been a means of grace to us, shaping us in part to be the people we are still becoming. Simultaneously, we are letting ourselves move with them and they with us into a future that they would otherwise not know. There is then a kind of immortality in this, For in their having become part of us, of our children, our grandchildren, by DNA and by force of their personalities and spirits also in us, we carry them forward into new worlds they could not have otherwise experienced, nor could have we. In this month of the year, one of the religious traditions focuses upon 4 themes: hope, peace, joy, and love, over 4 weeks of waiting for the future, the coming to the light out of darkness. All ideas which recognize that there must then be the opposites possible: despair, chaos, sorrow, and hate. Human beings from the beginning of what we all call time have been fearful when the world turns darker and darker in the time of winter solstice. And so we have, over the centuries and millennia, defiantly and delightfully curated celebrations to signal the returning of the lighter days. Differing philosophies, religions, and their resulting worldviews have all recognized that we cannot be determined solely by some dismal understanding of time that dooms us to a same old, same old. Rather, we humans have chosen not to go gentle into that good night. We have raged against the dying of the light as human beings. We have burned fires on hilltops for light and heat, to courageously fend off the dark, the cold. We have found warmth and new life even in stables. We have embraced the fact of good, good which triumphs ultimately over evil. We have assertively stood against the idea that evil can ever win out over good in the final analysis. We believe that through the circular view of the way things are, there is this overarching truth: this too shall pass, and we shall yet see a better future than we could have dreamed possible. These words from local poet, Kingston poet Bruce Kaufman, to whom I commend you, entitled On Learning. How many days or weeks or years, decades even, does it take for us to learn a single thing? A lifetime, perhaps. And that then carried out the last door as we leave. And in that echo and dust, ricocheting and settling, after behind comes then the new life, the ever next generations arriving in their newer flesh. And they at birth, listening to, and then softly whispering back the first few words of an echo heard. Our sense of absence, of the one now gone, but still here, even that recurrent thudding realization is a means of grace to move us through reasonable hope, to shalom peace, to solid joy, and to the always expansive love of us wondrous human beings, yet to be the future, for us, for our children, for our waiting world. May this season open out for each and all of us to a pathway of darkness that turns to dawning, and that dawning to a noonday bright. May you each experience love, joy, and peace in this season of the year within yourselves. May you express with one another in this season and in your life circumstance with patience and kindness and goodness, and exhibit to the waiting world that which they seek, faithfulness and gentleness and self-discipline to bring order out of chaos. May you go in peace.